Elmwood can't be compared to anything else in Memphis, and probably not even anything in the Southeast. It's an outdoor museum.
First time I went over that bridge, it was simply awesome because you're leaving the city. You forget that all you're doing is going across this bridge. But the moment that you come down the street, you know, you may be thinking of tons of things, but when you get to that bridge, you slow down. It's gorgeous, and I think you're struck by just how pretty it is.
It's not just the trees and the flowers, but the monuments, most of which are 150 years old.
It just brings to you the immediate sense of over 150 years of life. Although it's a cemetery, it's full of life.
And when I come to Elmwood, I do think about quietness, dignity, beauty.
Well, when you cross that bridge the first time, you think it's a place of safe, secure, also sacred.
Elmwood was formed in 1852, and the name was drawn out of a hat, and Elmwood was chosen.
Elmwood is, in a way, a place for the living also, because we have people going on tours. We have some people come and walk. Some people will come and eat their lunch on the picnic tables. It's not cut off from the community in any way. It's a part of the community.
A tour or a walk through the cemetery is like a walk through the last 155 years of the history of Memphis.
It's on the National Register of Historic Places.
You've got senators to generals to mayors, the founders of a city. You've got people in all walks of life, all races.
People from all different faiths are buried at Elmwood. People of all different colors, ages. We have veterans of every major American war buried at Elmwood.
That's what's amazing. You can find somebody from almost every walk of life from today back to the mid-1850s.
You know, you hear that over and over again, but when you come to Elmwood and you see the statues and the monuments and the writing on the old monuments in foreign languages, that point is especially driven home.
It's an amazing thing to open the first book and see 1853, Mary Berry, the first person buried there. And from there until the present, there's an unbroken line of names of people who have been buried at Elmwood.
A lot of families have been at Elmwood for several generations, and I think it really provides a sense of continuity that might not exist otherwise.
The chapel is a new building. Although it looks old, it fits in with the Gothic architecture of the original cottage.
It's been the host for many funeral services and receptions following. We have also hosted a couple of weddings. We do our lunch and lecture series inside the chapel.
It has windows on 3 sides which frame the cemetery like giant postcards. So when you're inside, you have gorgeous views.
When the growth of the city jumped over beyond the parkways and went east, it left the area around Elmwood as a depressed area.
Surrounding Elmwood was distress. I mean, a lot of distressed public housing, and I'm real proud to say that now it's going to be surrounded by a great-looking mixed-income community, and I think it's important because Elmwood is an asset to the community, and it's a treasure.
And it won't be very long. It's going to be a beautiful approach into the cemetery.
You drive over Morgan Bridge and look to your right, look to your left, and you see the McCallum Garden, and you see the number of monuments and mausoleums that exist within immediate eye shot, and assume that the place is full. And given its 152-year history, you think, well, surely that would have filled it up.
The fact is that there are 15,000 lots at least available in Elmwood.
I think the cost is very reasonable, and I think that if you are considering it, most definitely consider Elmwood, because who wouldn't want to be a part of the rich history of Elmwood?
Once you or your family purchases a lot at Elmwood, It belongs to you and your family in perpetuity. There are no fees or assessments that will ever occur again.
To me, while you're living in good health, it would be a good thing just to take a tour and read the names of those who have passed on.
The grounds are open every day of the year, so if you have never been to Elmwood, you might want to drive through even on Christmas Day or any day from 8 to 4:30.
It really is remarkably convenient in that you can get there from downtown. It's about a 8-minute drive, and even from East Memphis, just given its proximity to the interstate, et cetera, it's very easy to get to.
If you are interested in purchasing a lot, it's just as easy as picking up the telephone to call, and the office staff will be very, very glad to assist you.
It's a very simple process, made more simple by our extraordinary staff.
The word cemetery can be standoffish and make people not want to go there, but once you go to Elmwood, you feel like it's home. It's not scary. It's really pretty.
It takes your breath away. That's what I would say. It takes your breath away, literally, because it is a living, breathing place.
I go to the cemetery more than most people, taking other members that to be buried, and I never go, but I don't spend a few minutes just looking around, wherever the cemetery is. Elmwood is, in my judgment, one of the most beautiful cemeteries in America.
Just like you walk back in time to a place that's been touched by God.